Okay, now I would like to explain about the types of generators or the classification of generators. So first of all, the generators are divided into two types: DC generators, next one AC generator. The DC generator converts the mechanical energy into DC electrical energy, and AC generator converts the mechanical energy into AC electrical energy. The AC generators are also called as alternators. So next, DC generators classification. So first of all, based on the excitation. So based on the excitation means the method of connecting supply across the field winding. The DC generators are divided into two types. So first one self-excited, second one separately excited. In self-excited generator, the armature winding and field windings are connected, and the field winding excited by the armature winding itself. So it means the generator itself excites the field winding in case of self-excited generators. So next, in case of separately excited generators, the field winding connected to separate DC source. So next one, so generally for low power application, the self-excited generators are used, and for high power applications, the separately excited generators are used. So next, in self-excited generators, the armature windings and field windings are connected. So based on the armature winding and field winding connections, the self-excited generators are divided into three types. So first one, shunt, series and compound. In case of shunt generator, the armature winding and field winding are connected in parallel connection. In case of series generator, the armature winding and field windings are connected in series connection. Okay, in case of compound generator, so one winding connected in series connection, another winding connected in parallel connection. So next, based on the shunt field winding connection, the compound generators are divided into two types. So one is long shunt, another one is short shunt. In a long shunt compound DC generator, the shunt field winding connected across the series combination of armature winding and series field winding. So in case of short shunt compound DC generator, the shunt field winding connected across the only armature winding. So next, the long shunt and short shunt compound DC generators are divided into two types: cumulative and differential. Cumulative, another one differentially. In case of cumulatively compound DC generators, the magnetic flux produced by the series field winding and shunt field windings are in same direction. So next, in case of differentially compound DC generator, the magnetic fields produced by the series field winding and shunt field windings are in opposite direction. So based on the magnetic field produced by the series field winding and shunt field winding directions, the long shunt and short shunt compound DC generators are divided into two types. So in case of cumulative compound DC generator, the series field winding magnetic flux and shunt field winding magnetic flux are in same direction. But in case of differentially compound DC generator, the magnetic fluxes produced by the series field winding and shunt field windings are in opposite direction. Okay, the types of DC generators. First on the excitation, divided into two types: self-excited, separately excited. So next one, in self-excited DC generators, based on the armature winding and field winding connections, the self-excited generators are divided into three types: shunt generator, series generator, compound generator. So next, compound generators. So based on the shunt field winding connection, the compound generators are divided into two types: long shunt compound DC generator, short shunt compound DC generator. So next, series field winding, shunt field winding, magnetic flux direction. The long shunt and short shunt compound DC generators are divided into two types: cumulative, another one is differentially compound DC generator. So next one, so these are the circuit diagrams of different types of generators. So first one, DC generators are divided into two types: separately excited, self-excited. So we know that, so in separately excited DC generator, the field winding is excited by the separate DC source. Okay, this is armature winding symbol. So the DC generator mainly having two windings: armature winding, another one is field winding. So this is the armature winding symbol and it is the field winding symbol. So the armature winding means, so interconnection of armature conductors. So next, field winding. The field winding purpose is which produces the magnetic field. It is one electromagnet. If we connect the electrical supply to this winding, it produces the magnetic field. Okay. So armature winding is interconnection of conductors. If you place this armature conductor inside this magnetic field, and by using some external device, if we rotate this armature winding inside the magnetic field, finally EMF is produced across this armature winding. Okay, so this is the armature winding symbol and this is the field winding symbol. In separately case, the field winding connected to separate DC source. So this is separate DC source. So next one, self-excited generators. So in case of self-excited generators, the field winding excited by the generator itself. It means the current produced by the generator itself supplies the field winding. So here armature windings and field windings are connected. So based on this armature winding and field winding connections, the self-excited generators are divided into three types: series, shunt, next compound. So first one, series wound DC generator. So in this case, the armature winding, this is armature winding and it is field winding. The armature winding field winding connection, series connection. This connection is called series connection. So next one, shunt wound DC generator. So in this case, armature winding and field winding are connected in parallel connection. Okay, this is called parallel connection. So next, in case of compound wound generators, so it consists of both series field winding and shunt field winding. So in these compound wound generators, so based on this shunt field winding connection, the compound wound DC generators are divided into two types. So long shunt, another one short shunt. In case of long shunt compound DC generator, the shunt field winding, this is shunt field winding and it is series field winding. The shunt field winding connected across the series combination of armature winding and series field winding. Okay, this is called long shunt compound DC generator. So next, short shunt compound DC generator. In this case, the shunt field winding connected across the only armature winding. Okay, it having these two generators having both series field winding and shunt field winding. So in case of long shunt, the shunt field winding connected across the series combination of armature winding and series field winding. And in case of short shunt DC generator, the shunt field winding connected across the only armature winding. So this is the difference between long shunt and short shunt compound DC generators. Okay, series connection means the current flowing through elements same and voltage divides across the each elements. In case of series connection, the current flowing through each element is same and voltage divides across the each element. That connection is called series connection. So finally we can say that in case of series connection, the current flowing through elements are same. So here armature winding and series field winding are connected in series connections. It means the current flowing through armature winding equals to the current flowing through series field winding. Okay, so next, parallel connection. So parallel connection means the voltage applied across the each element is same and current divides in each element. So based on the resistance, if the voltage across the each element is same and current divides in each element, the connection is called parallel connection. So this is called parallel connection. So here winding is connected across the armature winding. If you apply voltage across the armature winding, the same voltage is applied across the shunt field winding. So parallel connection means the voltage across the each element is same. Okay, series connection is also called as end-to-end connection, end-to-end connection. So one end of the element connected to other end of the element. So only one ends are connected in case of series connection, but in parallel connection both ends are connected. Okay, both ends are connected across one element, another element is connected in parallel connection. Okay, so finally we can say that in case of series connection, currents same. In case of parallel connection, the voltages are same. Okay, next one, okay, the separately excited generator. Okay, we know that in case of separately excited generator, the field winding is connected to separate DC source and armature winding is connected across the load. So load means some external electrical device. Okay, so here this is DC source symbol. It is DC source symbol and it is ammeter symbol. It measures the current. It is one DC source. It supplies the DC electrical energy and it is called variable resistance. So by changing this point, okay, this arrow mark, so the current supplied by the supply varies. Okay, we can change the current flowing through field winding by changing this resistance value. So it is called variable resistance or rheostat. So next it is armature winding and this symbol is called load. So here first one, the armature windings or field windings are not connected. field winding connected to separate DC source. So if we supply the DC current to this field winding, it produces the constant magnetic field. So next, by using prime mover, if we rotate this armature winding inside the magnetic field, so finally EMF is generated across the armature winding. This EMF is connected to external device. So here the voltage across the load is called VL. So it is load voltage. So next, the current flowing through load is called IL. So IL means load current. So VL load voltage, IL load current. So VL is also called as terminal voltage. So it is also represented by V suffix T. So V suffix T means terminal voltage. The load voltage is also called as terminal voltage. So similarly, the load current is also called as terminal current. So it is represented by I suffix T. So next, the current supplied by the armature winding is called armature current. So it is represented by I suffix A. So next, we know that the armature winding, the armature having brushes. So in brushes, some amount of voltage drops. This is called brush contact drop. Okay, BCD means brush contact voltage drop. So next, E means the voltage generated by the armature winding. The voltage generated by the armature winding is E. So now we have to write the voltage equation, current equation and power equation in case of separately excited generators. Okay, we know that whenever a rotating conductor placed in a magnetic field, the EMF is generated across the conductor. And next one, the every winding having some resistance. So armature winding resistance is represented by R suffix A. R suffix A is armature winding resistance. So next, field winding having some resistance value. In this case, the field winding resistance is represented by R suffix F. So field winding resistance R suffix F. Okay. Okay, here first one, current equation. So this circuit having mainly two currents. So first one armature current, next one load current. So here the armature winding to load. So number of current path equals to 1. Number of current paths equals to 1. So total this armature current compulsory will pass through load. So the current equation here, armature current equals to load current, IA equals to IL. So next one, the generated EMF equation. So here the connections. So the connections are, two connections are in parallel connection. Okay, here only one path is there, that's why current also same. And this armature winding is directly connected across the load. So this connection is called parallel connection. So the voltage applied across the voltage applied across the voltage across the armature winding equals to voltage across the load. So VL equals to this total armature winding voltage. So the armature consists of armature winding. The armature winding having some voltage drop. So next, armature winding consists of brushes. So brushes also drops some voltage. So finally, the armature winding voltage equals to generated EMF minus armature resistance voltage drop minus brush contact drop. So the armature winding resultant voltage equals to generated EMF E minus armature resistance drop minus brush contact drop. So it equals to VL, or E equals to VT plus IA into RA plus BCD. Okay, here equation, the armature voltage. So armature voltage is E, and armature having armature winding drops some voltage, it equals to IA into RA minus BCD. Okay, brush voltage drop, it equals to load voltage or terminal voltage VT. So we can also write this equation. So E equals to VT plus IA into RA plus BCD. Okay, next one, shunt wound DC generator. So here the armature winding and field winding connected. Okay, so armature winding and field winding connection, parallel connection. So this is field winding and it is armature winding. So here these two are connected in parallel connection. Okay, both ends are connected. So next, across armature winding we have to connect load. So here armature current, the current supplied by the armature equals to IA, and the current flowing through series field winding, shunt field winding equals to ISH. The current flowing through shunt field winding equals to ISH, and the current flowing through load equals to IL. The voltage across the load equals to VL. So in this case, first one current equation. So the current equation, load current IL. Here total current generated equals to IA. This total current divided into two parts. One part is IL, another part is ISH. So IA equals to IL plus ISH, or IL equals to IA minus ISH. IL equals to IA minus ISH, or IA equals to IL plus ISH. This is the current equation. So next one, voltage equation. Here see armature winding and load are connected in parallel connection. So armature winding voltage equals to load voltage. So we know that armature winding having three voltages: generated voltage, next one armature resistance voltage drop, next one brush contact voltage drop. So here this combination, this branch voltage equals to E minus IA into RA minus BCD, and this branch voltage equals to VL. So we can write E equals to, or EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus BCD. So actually this branch voltage equals to EG minus IA into RA minus BCD equals to VL. Our final equation, the generated EMF equation, E equals to, or EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus BCD. So next one, here the shunt field winding also parallel with load voltage, parallel with load. So we can also write this load voltage equals to shunt field winding voltage or armature voltage. So we know that load voltage equals to VL. So VL equals to shunt field winding voltage. Shunt field winding voltage equals to shunt field winding current and shunt field winding resistance. The shunt field winding resistance is represented by RSH. So RSH means shunt field winding resistance. If it is a series field winding, the series field winding having resistance, and it is represented by R suffix SC. Here it is shunt field winding, the shunt field winding resistance value RSH. So we can write VL equals to ISH into RSH. This branch voltage equals to this branch. Here three branches are connected in parallel connection. So first branch voltage equals to second branch voltage equals to third branch voltage. Okay. So we are equating third branch voltage equals to first branch voltage. So VL equals to ISH into RSH, or RSH into ISH. So next one, RT equals to load voltage. So load voltage means load current into load resistance. It equals to IL into RL. IL into RL. So RL means this load resistance value. IL means load current. Okay, voltage equals to formula current into resistance. So first this voltage equals to ISH into RSH, and this voltage equals to IL into RL. So these two are equal. So why? Because these two are connected in parallel connection. So by using this equation, we can write formulas for ISH and IL. So IL equals to VL by RL. So next to ISH equals to VL by RSH. Okay. So next one, load power. So power equals to formula voltage into current. Load power equals to load voltage into load current. Load power equals to VL into IL, and IL equals to load power by VL. Okay, next one, series wound DC generator. So it is armature winding and it is field winding. So here armature winding, field winding are connected in series connection. So this winding is called series field winding, and this winding resistance equals to series field winding resistance. It is represented by RSC. Okay. So first one, here current equation. So here armature winding to series field winding, number of current paths equals to 1. So armature winding current IA equals to series field winding current ISC. IA equals to ISC. So next the series field winding to load, number of path equals to 1. Okay, number of paths equals to 1. So series field winding current equals to load current, and load current equals to armature current. So here current equation, IL equals to IA equals to ISC, or IA equals to ISC equals to IL. ISC means series field winding current. This is series field winding current. Armature winding current IA, series field winding current ISC, load current IL. These three currents are equal. Okay. So next one, generated EMF equation. Okay, we know that this is generated. Okay, the armature winding, the voltage across the armature winding is called generated EMF. The armature winding voltage consists of three voltages: generated voltage, another one is brush contact drop, another one is So brush contact drop and generated EMF E. Okay, so this combination of voltage equals to E minus IA into RA minus BCD. So next one, this voltage. So this is series field winding. The series field winding having also some resistance value. If resistance is there, automatically it having some voltage drop. So the series field winding voltage drop equals to series field winding current into series field winding resistance. So series field winding voltage drop equals to ISC into RSC. Voltage equals to current into resistance. Series field winding current ISC, series field winding resistance equals to RSC. So this winding voltage drop equals to ISC into RSC. So next this voltage equals to VL. So now EG equation. So EG equals to VL plus series field winding voltage drop plus armature winding resistance drop IA into RA plus BCD. Okay, here add plus BCD. Okay, plus BCD. Okay, so EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus ISC into RSC plus BCD. So generally if winding is there, automatically it having some resistance value. Due to this resistance, some voltage is dropped in that winding. So total generated EMF equals to EG. Total generated EMF equals to EG. In this total generated EMF, some voltage drops in armature winding, some voltage drops in series field winding, and remaining voltage is applies to load. So total generating voltage equals to load voltage plus series field winding voltage drop. Next armature winding having some resistance value, that voltage drop equals to IA into RA. So next this armature winding having brushes. So brushes also drops some voltage, it equals to BCD. So finally the generated EMF equals to load voltage plus IA into RA plus ISC into RSC plus BCD. So here we know that IA equals to ISC. So we can write equation EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus RSC. Load voltage VL equation, VL equals to IL into RL. Okay, next one, the compound wound DC generators. Okay, these generators are divided into two types. First one long shunt, another one is short shunt. So first this is long shunt. So this compound generator is having two windings. Okay, total three windings, one armature winding, two field windings. So the compound one DC generator is having two field windings. One is connected in series, another connected in parallel. So the series connected winding is called series field winding, and parallel connected winding is called shunt field winding. So first one long shunt compound DC generator. Here armature winding, series field windings are connected in series connection. So next one, the shunt field winding connected across the combination. Total this combination across shunt field winding connected. So next one, this is load connection. So load connected across the total armature winding and series field winding combination. So here armature current equals to IA. So next series field winding current equals to ISC, load current equals to IL, shunt field winding current equals to ISH. Armature resistance equals to RA, series field winding resistance equals to RSC, shunt field winding resistance equals to RSH. Voltage across the load equals to VL, load current equals to IL. So first current equation, so total current is armature current. This armature current IA equals to series field winding current, IA equals to ISC. Okay, armature current equals to series field winding current, IA equals to ISC. So next this current is divided into two parts, ISH and IL. ISC equals to ISH plus IL or IL plus ISH. Okay, this is the one current equation. So next here the shunt field winding is directly connected across the load. So we can write the shunt field winding current ISH equals to VL by RSH. Shunt field winding resistance equals to RSH. Current equals to formula voltage by resistance. So ISH equals to V by RSH. Okay, generally in case of problems the load voltage value is given. So that's why. So we have to write the formulas in terms of load voltage. So the shunt field winding current in terms of load voltage equals to VSH, V by RSH or VL by RSH. So next one, voltage equation. So here three branches, first branch, second branch, third branch connected in parallel connection. So first branch voltage equals to third branch voltage. So we can write first branch voltage ISH into RSH equals to third branch voltage VL. So by using this relation we can write shunt field winding current ISH equals to VL by RSH. So next one, the second branch total voltage equals to third branch voltage. So second branch total voltage, the second branch having armature winding and series field winding. So second branch voltage is E minus or EG minus IA into RA, EG minus IA into RA minus BCD minus ISC into RSC. Okay, voltage drops minus generated voltages plus, we have to mention plus. So it equals to load voltage, or EG equals to, EG supplies to load voltage plus series field winding voltage plus armature resistance voltage drop plus brush contact drop. So EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus ISC into RSC plus BCD. So in this case IA value equals to ISC, IA equals to ISC. So you can write equation VL plus IA into RA plus RSC. Okay, next from this equation we can write VL equals to, VL equals to E minus IA into RA plus RSC. So ISH equals to formula VL by RSH. By substituting VL expression we get ISH equals to EG minus IA into RA plus RSC by RSH. Okay, next one, short shunt compound DC generator. So it also having two windings, shunt field winding, another one is series field winding. So here the armature winding and shunt field winding are connected in parallel connection. Shunt field winding connected across the armature winding. So first here current equation. So IL value equals to ISC. Okay, so this IL value, ISC value equals to IL, or IL equals to ISC. Next armature current. This is the armature current. So armature current divides into two parts, ISH and ISC. So IA equals to ISH plus ISC. ISC value equals to IL. So you can write IA equals to IL plus ISH. Okay. So here total current is armature current. This current are divided into two parts. One current is shunt field winding current, another current is series field winding current. So IA equals to ISH plus ISC. So next the series field winding current to load number of current paths equals to 1. So ISC value equals to IL. So finally the current equations, IL equals to ISC and IA equals to ISC plus ISH, or it equals to IL plus ISH. So if load power, in terms of load power, you can write IL equals to PL by VL. In case of all generators, this equation is same. So IL equals to PL by VL, or PL equals to VL into IL. So next one, ISH, shunt field winding current. So the shunt field winding current equals to this voltage. Okay, here shunt field winding, armature winding and this total combination connected in parallel connection. Okay, this total combination and armature winding, shunt field windings are connected in parallel connection. If you want to find the shunt field current, so ISH equation, ISH equals to VL plus this drop, VL plus ISC into RSC divided by RSH, ISH formula. So next voltage equation, EG equals to VL plus ISC into RSC plus IA into RA plus BCD. Okay, these are generated voltage supplies to series field winding. Okay, here armature winding, next this combination in parallel connection. So armature winding voltage equals to this combination voltage. This combination voltage equals to VL plus ISC into RSC. Next armature winding voltage equals to E minus IA into RA minus BCD. So finally we can write EG equals to VL plus IA into RA plus ISC into RSC plus BCD. Okay, in short shunt DC generator the voltage equation, so EG equals to VL plus ISC. Okay, voltage equation EG equals to VL plus ISC into RSC plus IA into RA plus BCD. Okay, this is the voltage equation. So next one, so finally we can say that in case of series generator the number of windings equals to armature winding and series field winding, and in case of shunt generator it having two windings, armature winding and shunt field winding. The compound generator having three windings, one armature winding, another one is series field winding, another one is shunt field winding. So generally the series field winding number of turns, it is made up of less number of turns. The series field windings are made up of less number of turns. So in representation also it consists of less number of turns. So next the shunt field winding having more number of turns. In representation also, so it is somewhat high compared to series field winding. So next, the series field winding is made up of thick wire, and shunt field winding is made up of thin wire. So generally the armature winding resistance value is low value, series field winding resistance value low value, and shunt field winding resistance value high value. So in order to set high resistance value to shunt field winding, the shunt field winding is made up of more number of turns and thin wire. So resistance R equals to formula rho L by A. Resistance R equals to formula rho L by A. If we increase number of turns, R equals to formula rho L by A. Here rho is resistivity, it depends on type of material. L is length of the conductor, A is area of the conductor. If we increase the number of turns, the length of the winding is increases. So resistance value increases. If we made up of winding with thin wire, then the area also decreases. So finally the resistance value increases. So in order to set high resistance value to shunt field winding, the shunt field winding is made up of more number of turns and thin wire. So next one, series field winding. So series field winding resistance value generally low value. In order to set the series field winding resistance value low value, it is made up of less number of turns. If number of turns less, the length of the series field winding is less. Okay. So next one, it is made up of thick wire. If we made it as a thick wire, automatically area increases, resistance value decreases. So by using less number of turns and thick wire, we can decrease the resistance of the winding. The shunt field winding is made up of more number of turns and thin wire, and series field winding is made up of less number of turns and thick wire. Okay, next, in all types of generator, one equation. So the generated power PG equals to EG into IA. Okay, in all cases, common equation, the generated power equation, PG equals to EG into IA, load power equals to PL equals to VL into IL.